Top 10 Best Action Manhwa for Lazy Readers. Hey guys, I'm your host Keroz. Today, we are going to discuss the best action manhwa for lazy readers. You know what an action manhwa is. It's a manhwa that contains battles, heroes, and other things that are exciting. So today, we are gonna go over some of the best action manhwas ever. If you are a lazy reader and don't want to look at every manhwa, then this list is for you. We will be discussing some of the best action manhwa for lazy readers on today's video. Starting off with our number 10. With a sword domain, I can be the sword sent. Zhang Fan, who transmigrated into another world, finally became a cultivator but was framed by others and lost all his cultivation. Just as he was about to die, the system was activated and gods, immortals, demon emperors all became nothing to him. The invincible Zhang Fan wanted to tear apart the skies with one strike. However, there was a limit to the range of his sword domain. In order to get the experience points required to increase its range, Zhang Fan had no other choice but to lure evil to himself. From then on, a new legend of him conquering gods and overpowering countless rulers appeared in the world. Number 9. Reformation of the Deadbeat Noble. This weak to strong manga depicts that of a useless noble that transforms himself into a swordsman. I do hope the reformation of the deadbeat noble continues to thrive. If you are reading this and enjoy it as much as it's very similar to Slave B, just as a suggestion. All in all, a great manhwa, and I am excited to see its potential. After witnessing the shocking death of his mother, young Irene Ferreira uses sleep to escape his painful reality, earning him the nickname the Lazy Lord. Yet, in spite of others' jeers and whispers, Irene had no intention of changing his ways. But when he awakens one day from a dream about a mysterious swordsman, his life's trajectory takes a complete turn. The way to reincarnate is really brand new and actually interesting. I hope it keeps up with this quality. Number 8. Get Schooled. Of course you do. Seeing someone get knocked on their ass and plead for mercy to a dude with more strength is a power trap. And power trips are awesome. Wajin Na's teaching techniques are pretty violent for someone who works in the Ministry of Education. That being said, when punishments don't seem to work and even the worst of school bullies, there is no better man for the job. Sometimes you can't get a good education until those bullies are taught a lesson. Overall, you won't regret reading it. Instead, you will wish you knew about it sooner. Number 7. Survival story of a sword king in a fantasy world. After being recently discharged from military service and just drifting through life, Hanbin Ryu is suddenly transported to another world. However, his guideline, the system bestowed upon him to help with his survival and growth, was filled with errors, causing him to be stuck in the tutorial stage for over 20 years. When he is finally released from this personal hell, he finds everyone has turned against otherworlders like him. Just how will this low-level super tutorial newbie survive? This story was unique and fairly good. I liked the MC Ryu Hanbin's brainless and goofy side after the first few chapters. I did get into this webtoon after the first few chapters, and I especially got into when artist was introduced, the Red Fire Dragon. Number 6. Auto Hunting with Clones. One day, as 20-year-old university student, Sang-woo was lazing about usual. He ended up joining an awakening program, a system that allows even civilians to learn and use skill. Sang-woo too entered the program without much thought, and thanks to it, gained the cloning skill. People around him thought this cloning skill only fooled the eyes by creating illusions. But after Sang-woo realized it's a skill that doesn't create illusions but real bodies, he decided to become a hunter. Afterwards, in front of Sang-woo, who was riding in the wave of success with his skill, appeared jumper George Lucas. Lucas, seeing Sang-woo's cloning skill, felt a certain possibility and took interest. Sang-woo, who also felt a small piece of the massive plan Lucas was concocting, was unable to shake off the uneasiness he felt. Ultimately, Sang-woo, who continued with his hunter activities, ended up learning of Lucas' plans and the true dark secret behind it as well. Moving on to our number 5. Steady Crew. I truly don't know why more people don't know about this masterpiece. Nicknamed the school for future criminals, Yushung Technical High School isn't exactly the ideal place to study. A rarity among his peers, Gamin is a student with just one goal: to get into university. At a school where it's every man for himself, he is rejected from countless study groups before he decides to form his own. When Han Kyung, Gamin's former tutor, joins his high school in hopes of earning her teacher certification, it seems like they are both reaching for the impossible. Can they defeat the odds and achieve their dreams? Number 4. The Lone Triple S Class Summoner. Zhang Zi crosses over to a parallel world where people rely on the magic domain to fight monsters and become stronger to resist the invasion of demons from the Devil's Cave. For the sake of his sister, Zhang Zi enters the magic realm under the name of Asura, and then unexpectedly awakens the strong Triple S level talent summoning ability. The higher the level of the summoning art, the more monsters you can summon, and the more you can upgrade. It's simply heaven-defying. Number 3. Return of the Mad Demon. The Mad Demon, Jahali, dreams of becoming the god of martial arts. Unfortunately, his dreams are dashed after he falls off a cliff while running from the demonic cult for stealing the Jade of Heaven. Yet, this is not the end for Jaha. He awakens from the fall to find himself back in his 20s. With his knowledge of the future and of martial arts, he now has a chance at revenge and at getting life right this time. Will he be able to fulfill his dream this time around, or is he doomed to face the same fate yet again? I hope this story remains interesting going further, but I definitely recommend this one. Number 2. Reaper of the Drifting Moon. Yes, let's go! An Assassin's Manhwa. This manhwa is very good and unique. The MC is extremely intelligent, like 500 IQ type shit, and there is therefore very strong compared to others. Without spoiling anything, it's best you just read this without knowing the general plot, if I'm being honest, because it's just that good. The plot is unique and this doesn't have many tropes, therefore the setting and pacing of the plot is unique to the story, god-tier art. Everything is pleasing to look at and the art takes up the entirety of the pages with only important dialogue and thoughts, but well designed nonetheless. It's just one of those good manhwa style, you know what I mean. 10 out of 10. Very unique and just an all-round good manhwa. And finally, number 1. Mercenary Enrollment. At the age of 8, Ijin Yul lost his parents in a plane crash and became stranded in a foreign land, forced to become a child mercenary in order to stay alive. He returns home 10 years later to be reunited with his family in Korea, where food and shelter are plenty and everything seems peaceful. But Ijin will soon learn that life as a teenager is a whole other feat of survival. With only 1 year of high school left, Ijin must master new tactics to maneuver his way around the schoolhouse battleground. Can he survive a year of high school? Or rather, will the school be able to survive him? Well, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and our list. If you did for real, make sure you slap that like button and get that like button go to blue, and also feel free to head to the comment section and let us know about your thoughts about this video too. And as for now, I will catch you guys later. See ya!